Hello and welcome back to MS Learn. I am really glad you are here again today. If you are watching this video, it means you are serious about your English. And honestly, that already puts you ahead of many people. Today we are going to move a little deeper, not difficult, not heavy, just more natural, more real, more powerful English. The kind of English people use in real life, the kind that sounds confident, the kind that makes others want to listen to you. Let me start with a simple thought. Many people learn English for years. They know grammar, they know vocabulary, they understand movies. But when it comes to speaking, they feel stuck. Not because they are weak, but because they are afraid. Afraid of mistakes, afraid of judgment, afraid of sounding foolish. I want you to understand something very clearly. Fluent speakers are not perfect speakers. They are comfortable speakers. They speak even when their English is not perfect. They speak even when they are unsure. They speak anyway. That is the real secret. Let me tell you a short story. A few years ago, I met someone at a cafe. He was a student, very intelligent, very hardworking. He understood English very well, but he barely spoke. When I asked him why, he said something honest. He said, "I feel stupid when I speak English." That sentence stayed in my mind, because he was not stupid. He was thoughtful. He was curious. He was capable. But his mind had built a wall. So I asked him something simple. I said, "When you learned to walk, did you fall?" He smiled and said, "Of course." I said, "Did you stop walking because of that?" He said, "No." And that was the moment he understood. Language works the same way. You try, you fall, you adjust, you continue. Not perfection, progress. Now let's talk about something practical. Let's talk about how people actually sound when they speak good English. Not textbook English, not robotic English, but real, natural English. For example, instead of saying, "I am very tired today," many people say, "I'm exhausted today," or "I'm honestly drained." Instead of saying, "I am very happy," they say, "I'm really glad. I'm so relieved. This made my day." These small changes make your English sound alive. Let me give you another example. Instead of saying, "I think this movie is good," a natural speaker says, "I actually enjoyed this movie," or "This movie was better than I expected," or "It really kept me engaged." You see the difference? Same meaning, more personality, more depth. That is the level we are slowly moving toward. Now let me share something interesting with you. Good English is not about sounding intelligent. Good English is about making others feel comfortable when they talk to you. People enjoy listening to someone who speaks clearly, someone who speaks calmly, someone who speaks naturally. Not fast, not dramatic, just real. Think about your favorite teacher, or your favorite YouTuber, or your favorite storyteller. They are not shouting. They are not rushing. They are not trying to impress. They are simply connecting. That is what you should aim for. Connection. Let me tell you another short, real-life situation. Imagine you walk into a new place, a new job, a new class, a new group. You meet someone for the first time. You don't need big vocabulary. You don't need complicated grammar. You just need calm presence. You say things like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you. How has your day been so far? I'm still getting used to this place. It feels a little overwhelming, but I'm enjoying it." These sentences are simple, but they feel human. They feel genuine. People trust speakers who sound human. Now let's go a little deeper. One powerful skill in English is storytelling. Not big stories, not dramatic stories, just small, everyday moments. For example, instead of saying, "Yesterday was bad," you can say, "Yesterday was one of those days where everything felt slightly off. Nothing terrible happened, but everything felt heavy." That kind of English touches people. It creates emotion. It creates connection. It creates presence. And the beautiful part is, you don't need fancy words. You need honesty. Another example. Instead of saying, "I was nervous," you can say, "My heart was racing. My mind was overthinking everything. I kept telling myself to relax, but it wasn't easy." That is storytelling English. People don't just understand you, they feel you. And when people feel your words, they listen longer. That is what makes great speakers. Now let's talk about confidence. Confidence in English does not come from memorizing rules. It comes from familiarity. The more you listen, the more your brain absorbs patterns. The more your tongue becomes comfortable. The more natural everything feels. That is why this slow listening style is powerful. You are not forcing your brain, you are training it gently. Over time, your mind starts predicting words. Your ears start recognizing structure. Your speaking starts improving automatically. You don't even notice it happening, but it happens. Let me be honest with you. There will be days when you feel motivated, and there will be days when you feel tired. That is normal. The key is not motivation. The key is consistency. Even 10 minutes of listening every day is powerful. Even a little exposure every day builds something inside you. You are not starting from zero anymore. You are building momentum, and momentum changes everything. Let me end today's session with a simple idea. You do not need to sound like a native speaker. You need to sound like a clear speaker, a calm speaker, a confident speaker. Your accent is not your enemy. Your hesitation is not your enemy. Your mistakes are not your enemy. Silence is the only enemy. So keep listening. Keep speaking softly to yourself. Keep allowing your brain to grow. You are not behind. You are on your path. And if you are still here listening to this calmly, I already know one thing. You are improving. Thank you for spending this time with me on MS Learn. I truly appreciate your focus, your patience, and your consistency. We will continue this journey together in the next video very soon.